Hello everybody, welcome to another video. Today's topic is all about the battle between love versus fear, how it affects all of us and what we can do about it. And today I've got my son here, Oscar Monk.
Fear, you didn't say it.
What? What didn't I say? He's my harshest critic,
Oh,
let me tell you. Oh. Is that what you didn't want me to say?
Yes.
He's my harshest critic, and if he doesn't understand, he's going to be asking questions. So I need to really pull it out of the bag with this one. Right, so the battle between love versus fear is a very, very sneaky battle. We don't actually realise it's going on, but essentially every thought we have, every decision we make, and every action we take is coming from one of these two places, either a place of love or a place of fear. And within these two groups, essentially, are several other different emotional states, actually, probably more than several. But there's different emotional states. So we're going to take a closer look at that now to truly understand the place that you're in when you're coming from either a place of fear or a place of love. So for this, we're going to use the scale of consciousness, and I'm going to introduce it to you right now. Okay, so what I'd like to introduce you to now is from this book, The Power versus the Force. This is by Dr. David R. Hawkins, and essentially he's compiled the scale of consciousness based on kinesiology. He's compiled this scale, and essentially what it does is it shows us the energetic vibration, the frequency of each emotional state. Now, when we think that everything is energy and everything has its own frequency at which it vibrates, essentially, which it moves. So everything from this board, this book, me, we all have our own different vibrational frequencies, the same as those things that we can't see, such as gas or emotions. So here we can see that Dr. Hawkins has compiled this scale. And when we look, we've got 20 here, which is the lowest energetic vibration, and this is where shame resonates. And then as you're moving up the scale, you're going through essentially, what are these, Oscar?
The fear-based emotions.
These are the fear-based emotions down here. So we've got shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride, and courage. This is the area of suffering and getting by. When we get to neutrality, what happens then? Come in the picture.
So that's in between fear-based emotions and love-based.
Yeah.
So then once you get to neutrality, don't you go up?
Things start switching, we start getting into flow. And when we start getting into flow, this is where things in life really start working for us. This is where, good things come. When you understand the law of attraction, that when you put out love-based intentions and actions, you're going to get love-based results back. If you put out fear-based intentions and actions, you're going to get fear-based results back. So in this fear-based group, this is where life feels like it's just going against you all the time. Nothing seems to be working. It's all doom and gloom. When we start getting up here, things just start to flow. Things just start to work for us. So it's really important that we try and raise our vibrational levels to get to the place of love, which we can do. Now, we might kind of jot about, we can be here, there, blah, 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 but we do essentially have a set point. Each of us have a unique set point that we come back to. But the good news is, if your set point is somewhere down here, it can actually be changed. Wherever you are, your set point can be changed, and you can change your vibrational frequency to get you into these higher places of love. Hi.
Could that be changed?
What?
So say you were on the love-based emotions, could you go to the fear-based?
Oh, good question.
Because if everything's going well and you could get angry at something.
I reckon this happens when you're born, Oscar. I reckon that when you're born, you're naturally born in love, maybe. And then life, whatever it throws at you,
like tests and exams and everything.
All that kind of stuff can put you down here. Possibly, yeah, possibly. Very good point. So essentially we want to be able to get to a place up here. Now this can be done in many different ways. We can try many different therapies. There's experiential healing, there's kinesiology, there's all sorts of different healing modalities that can shift our vibration. And this is essentially what we want to be doing. Understand? Make sense?
Well, That's good, that's bad.
Oh, courage. What was it you asked me? Why is courage in the fear-based?
Because didn't you say something about you have to be fearful of something to get the courage?
To need courage. To need courage, it usually means we're coming from a place of
What
fear,
about
doesn't
pride
it?
though?
Well, pride is more about it's a self thing, isn't it? So anything that's about the self, I suppose, is a little bit. Because generally, when you get up here, it's more about doing things for other people. Because you realise when you do things for other people, it kind of comes back to you. But courage, this is really important actually, this one. So this is just before neutrality. Courage is where sometimes we just have to take the leap of faith. So I'm going to get to that in a second with some of your decisions and thoughts, but essentially courage is where we might need to take a leap of faith to take us up here. And I think that's it. Hopefully that makes sense.
Oh, that's why, okay, so that's why that's there, and then, so those are sort of good, but then they're sort of
they're
bad.
shifting, aren't they? They're sort of
They're
starting
going,
to shift.
Yeah, so that's sort of giving you the chance to go up.
Yeah, taking that leap of faith. Cool, so now I'm going to give you some of my own examples. So now let's put some meat on the bones, and I'll give you some of my own personal examples as to how I've had to switch my decision making to come from a place of love as opposed to a place of fear. So not long ago, I was offered the opportunity to go to Bali and work on a spiritual retreat, which is an amazing opportunity. I get to help other people. I would also get a lot of growth out of it myself, which would benefit me and benefit the family. Also a beautiful country that I've never been to before. So a really, really good opportunity. However, there was one fear that was holding me back, and that was fear of being separated from my children for 2 weeks. Essentially, it's the longest I've not been with them for. Whew, and I can feel it now. I can feel it now in my heart. So this was a big fear that I had to get my head around. Now, it's worth noting at this point that fear does come from your ego, and your ego is the voice in your head that's constantly chatting, telling you kind of what to do, what not to do. Well, you can't do this because that might happen. You can't do this because this might happen. So I was getting the fear of separation. You know, what if something's happened to my kids when I was away? All of that. However, I also know that my own childhood experiences of separation have not been particularly healthy, and I think this was influencing my decision. So with all this in mind, I had to have a bloody good chat with myself. And yes, okay, my own experiences of separation as a child weren't brilliant. However, I feel that for my children in this example, it would actually be a very healthy experience of separation, as healthy as it can get. They'll be here with their dad, they'll have their needs met. It will just be that I won't be here for 2 weeks. So whilst I'm okay with that, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't traumatising my children. So I had to kind of think outside the box a little bit as to how they could benefit. The fact that I'll be going away as well, I'll be working on myself, I'll be improving myself quite a bit. It's pretty life-changing stuff, these retreats. So the fact that will be happening, I'll then come home and they'll reap the rewards of that as well. They'll have a much happier mummy. So that was where I really had to shift my thinking from fear to love, and I'm going to Bali next week. Another example was this YouTube channel. Now, actually, I had a ton of fears for doing a YouTube channel. Fear of being vulnerable, fear of not being good enough, being judged, etc., etc. A lot of fears, and I couldn't think of any as to why to do it, except for one, and this is the one reason why I'm doing these YouTube channels. Because if one thing that I say can help somebody to get on their path, then for me that makes it all worthwhile. So just with that one reason, I was then able to negate all of those fears as to why my ego was telling me I really shouldn't be doing a YouTube channel. So that was another example. They're pretty big examples. There's a couple of others. Let's have a think. Okay, for example, getting dressed in the morning. Simple thing, a simple activity of putting your clothes on in the morning. However, there's still a decision that's being made there as to what you've decided to wear. Now, have you made that decision based on the fact that those clothes make you feel great, you absolutely love wearing them, they feel nice, they make you feel nice, coming from a place of love? Or is it that it's the only thing in your wardrobe that doesn't make your bum look big? That's coming from a place of fear. So you can see that even with the tiniest decisions to the biggest decisions, we are essentially coming from a place of love or fear. So once you've brought your awareness to this, you're able then to have a chat with yourself and find a reason to get your ego on board. Do write things down. I find that when you write things down, it kind of removes it from your head onto paper, and you can look at things more objectively. And I think that's about all I need to say about that. Anything else, kids? I've got 2 children here with me now. No? Any questions?
About what?
About love versus fear, the battle of love versus fear. No? Okay. So anyway, let me know if this helps you. Let me know if this helps you. Leave a comment below if you've got any questions whatsoever. If you need help with anything, please do get in touch. Please just send me a message. And please like, share and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Now I've got to do 2 shout outs. It's probably the reason why they're sitting here. What have I got to do? Oh, okay, they're coming in. Hang on. Right, they're now promoting their own YouTube channels. So we've got a very kid-unfriendly, unkid-friendly channel from Oscar.
No, wait.
You swear that.
Non-kid friendly.
Non-kid-friendly channel from Oscar. That's Monkey Bums. And then we've got kid-friendly here, Bums Sis. So check out their YouTube channels if you don't want.
Link in the descriptions below.
If you don't subscribe to my channel, then you'll die.
Nice, thanks,
Exactly.
Oscar.
Very
right,
spiritual,
anyway,
video.
really spiritual. Right, so please like, share, and subscribe this video and this channel,
And also turn on post notifications so then you never miss another video.
thank you very much. Okay, take care for now. Until next time, bye for now.